自己的政治观点，还会有自己的感受。
We not only have our own viewpoint, also
有
with
的时
our
候我们
feeling.
的观点和感受多于神的吩咐的时候，
Sometimes when our feeling and our viewpoint is more than God's viewpoint,
我们就非常容易忘掉了到底什么是我们生命当中的那个第一。
and we're easily to forget what is the priority in our life.
亲爱的弟兄姐妹，知道吗？
Dear brother, sister, do you know?
呀，这是一条怜悯恩典的专线，
Actually, this is a direct line of grace and mercy
它是可以直通耶稣基督的内心的。
and connected to Jesus Christ's heart.
耶稣基督最看重的就是我们内心深处向他祈求的那一份恳切。
What Jesus Christ looked the most is our petition, our urgency, and the sincerity.
因为上帝在乎的是我们的内心，
Because God cares our heart
更胜于任何其他的我们所做的丰功伟业。
more than anything else that we do.
亲爱的弟兄姐妹，
Dear brothers,
请问
sisters,
你是否愿意照主的心意来为万人恳求呢？
are you willing to have a petition to make to be for all the people?
好，我们看第二点。
Let's look at the second point.
第一，要为万人祷告。
First, a prayer to be made for all people.
刚才是恳求，现在是祷告。
So first we talk about petition, and second we talk about
如果你
prayers.
在祷告以前没有一个恳切的心，你怎么祷告呢？
So if you do not have the heart with the petition, how can you pray?
当你去恳切的祈求的时候，
When you pray sincerely,
你就忘记其他的一切东西了。
you forgot all the things.
如果说你正在恳切的祈求的时候，还要想着怎么祷告了、怎么带球了、怎么做别的事情，你可能那个第二、第三什么都做不好。
And if you try to pray and have a set petition, and you just think about all other things around you,
同
you
样，当
just
你
cannot
去
do it.
第一要为万人祷告的时候呢，
So when you pray for all the people,
那你的祷告生活在此刻就是成为你生命当中的那个第一。
and the prayer just become the priority in your life.
好，祷告的含义非常简单，对不对？就是与神对话。
So prayer actually is very simple, just talk to God, right?
但是对些什么话呢？
But talk about what?
这令很多人困惑了。
So this is many people just get confused.
很多来到教会的很多年的弟兄姐妹，都到今天都还是不会祷告。
And many brothers and sisters come to the church for a long time. They just say they don't know how to pray.
就是这个原因，不知道跟神说什么呀。
And just like this, they don't know what to say to
那
God.
久而久之，干脆就不祷告了。
And just days later, they just give up to pray.
今天我要说的一件话，
Today I want to tell you,
就是这是一个极大的误解。
actually this is a very big misunderstanding.
因此，保罗在这里劝勉提摩太说什么呢？
So here Apostle Paul encouraged Timothy.
他说，祷告绝对应该排列在我们生命当中的第一优先次序上。
And he said actually prayer should be the priority in our life.
我们个人如此，家庭如此，
Same to our individual, also to family.
其实教会更加是如此。
And for the church, it's even so.
不祷告，干脆什么也不要做。
If we do not pray, just don't do anything.
我们下个礼拜会再跟其他几个教会结合起来，联合起来，在 Allen 会开一个新的教会。
And next Sunday we will do a church planting in Allen.
呀，你也知道我们教会是一个宣教的教会，是一个植堂的教会。
And we all know this church is McKinney Church is a planting church.
我们这个地方本身是一个属灵的资源，不断的去发散不同的资源向其他的地方。
And we just send our spiritual resource to other places.
所以我们成立了2年，开始在 Allen 是一间新的教会。
So this church we already established for 2 years, and then now we're gonna do the church planting in Allen.
我们植堂的策略非常简单，
So actually the way to do the church planting is very simple.
我们几间教会的牧师一起来植这间教会。
And there we have several pastors from different churches. We do the church planting.
然后每一个牧师呢，大概轮流就1个月讲1次道左右。这样
So each pastor we take turns to preach each week.
呀，等有一天把 Allen 教会建立好了以后呢，
So one day when we establish this Allen church,
可能我们几个牧师就 hand off， 让他们自己去做他们的决定。
and maybe just all our pastors we just hand off and just let the church make the
那我们
decision.
每一个教会都在 Allen 教会不得任何的所谓的好处。
And we don't receive any benefit when we do the church planting.
我深信这是耶稣基督的心。
And I believe it's Jesus Christ's
因为
heart.
今天在普世教会当中存在4个严重的问题，
Today in the global church there are 4 serious issues.
我称为4抢。
I call it's 4 people
抢
want to
抢英文
they
怎么
want
讲
to like a
这抢怎么讲英文？ catch。rob 就是去 fight 去抢。
the four rob。
教会呢抢地盘。
Okay, the first one is the church just want to occupy their territory.
牧师呢抢荣耀。
And pastors want to occupy to rob the glory.
领袖呢抢权力。
And leaders want to rob the authority.
会众呢抢安逸。
Congregation want to rob the comfortness.
当我们去植堂的时候
So when to the church planting.
我们开始要面对这些我们属灵上的诟病。
So we have to face our spiritual illness.
我们到底植的这个教会到底是属谁的
？So, who owns this church?
我们生命与这个教会到底是怎样的关系
So what kind of relationship between our life?
我们在学习去植堂去发展的时候，发现有许许多多的生命需要去面对。
So when we do this church planting, we realize there are many things we have to face.
其中有一样就是到底要不要祷告会
And there's one thing is, should we have a prayer meeting?
有人说，哎呀，你这个刚刚来的植堂就不要再搞祷告会，累死我们了，不要搞那么多东西了。
And there are some people say, oh, let's just not to have a prayer meeting, just too much.
真是非常情有可原。
And it's very easy to understand.
但是我跟弟兄姐妹讲，我说没有祷告会就没有教会。
So I told them, well, if there's no prayer meeting, then there's no church.
当然也要考虑现实的情况。
But of course, we have to consider the real reality situation.
我们原来定是礼拜二有一个联合祷告会。
Originally, we just have a plan, have a Tuesday joint prayer meeting.
那终于跟大家祷告以后，决定就是崇拜以后，主日崇拜以后，我们是下午2点到4点这段时间崇拜以后，有一段时间有个联合祷告就好。
So after our prayers, we decide we just have the prayer meeting on Sunday after 4 o'clock worship.
具体怎么做是可以商量。
And yeah, we can just talk about it, about how to fulfill it.
但是如果祷告不是我们生命当中那个第一优先次序的话，我们跟神就没有关系了。
But if prayer meeting is not the priority in our life, then we have no relationship with God.
跟前面的恳求是同样的道理的。
It's the same meaning as the first one talk about petition.
不要单单为自己祷告。
Don't just pray for yourself.
可以为自己祷告。
You can pray for yourself, of course.
但是不要单单为自己。
But don't just pray for yourself only.
耶稣基督为了这个缘故，专门教我们什么是祷告。
And because of this, Jesus Christ taught us how to pray.
我们希望大家不要单单把主祷文背下来。
I hope you let's just not to memorize the Lord's Prayer.
乃是要明白主祷文是我们祷告的典范。
But also understand the Lord's Prayer actually is the example.
好，我们看第3点，第一要为万人代求。
And the third point is the intercession be made for all people.
代求是一个极大的奥秘啊。
Intercession is the biggest secret.
试问谁才能为万人代求呢
So who can have the intercession to make for all people?
当然是主耶稣基督了。
Of course, it's Jesus Christ.
我们把第5节读一遍好不好
Let's reverse 5.
因为来1、2、3，因为只有一位神，在神和人中间只有一位中保，乃是降世为人的基督耶稣。为什么保罗会将只有耶稣基督才能做的，将作为生命的第一的教导来劝勉提摩太呢？
So why Paul encouraged Timothy for those things only Jesus Christ can do in life?
亲爱的弟兄姐妹
Dear brothers and sisters,
因为我们有从神那里而来的一个职分。
because this is actually the duty that God gave to us.
在哥林多后书5章18节。
In the 2 Corinthians 5:18.
一切来一起读一下，1、2、3，一切都是出于神，他借着基督使我们与他和好，又将劝人与他和好的职分赐给我们。亲爱的弟兄姐妹，
Dear brothers and sisters,
这种劝人与神和好的职分，
so this ministry of reconciliation
与耶稣基督是中保的身份是一脉相承。
actually is the same just mindset as a mediator as Jesus Christ.
事实上，我们今天所有的服事都是为了满足耶稣基督这个中保的身份。
Actually, today all our ministry actually is to fulfill the duty of a mediator.
要中保就好像是神和人之间和好的桥梁，
Mediator is just like a bridge
让
to
我们可以
reconcile with
回
God.
到天父那里去。
So we can return to our Heavenly Father.
但是我们人呢，离开神太久了，
Because we just leave God for too
我
long.
们慢慢忘记天上的爸爸长什么样子，有什么样的恩典。
And we just kind of forget our Heavenly Father's grace.
反倒是心里边越来越怀疑这个天赋，
And we just have a lot of confusion with that.
灵里边也开始慢慢的迷失了
And。just get lost in our spirit.
那怎么办呢？
So what can we do?
总需要有人来劝说哟。
And we need someone to encourage us.
你我就是神所命定的人，来领受与人和好的这个职分。
So we're the people has a decree from the Lord to encourage people to reconcile with God.
请问是劝谁与神和好呢？
So to encourage who to reconcile with
那
God?
当然是劝人喽。
Of course, to encourage people.
那请问是劝什么人呢？
So what kind of people to encourage?
是不是单单是中国人、美国人呢？
Is it just Chinese or American
还是日本人、韩国人
or？Japanese, Koreans?
圣经可是说的是圣福音本是神的大能，
So in the Bible says, gospel is all God's almighty
要
power
救一切相信的
and to
人。
save all the people believing Him.
所以我们的职分是劝一切相信的人
So，our ministry is to encourage all the people who believe in God.
并不分你是什么人。
And no matter what kind of people they are.
因为这个缘故呢，
And because of this,
我们下周开始的那个职堂教会呢，我们开始取名呢，就叫爱灵教会，
and because of this, we name the church planting in Allen, we call it Allen
就是
Community
爱
Church.
灵舍教会。
To love your neighbors.
英文是 Allen Community Church。
And in English, it's Allen Community
你会
Church.
发现连华人两个字我都去掉
And did you notice there's no even Chinese this word in the name?
不是不向华人传福音哦。
And it doesn't mean we don't share gospel with Chinese.
我们都是中国人，
We're all Chinese.
我们当然会用中文的语言去讲话传福音，
Of course, we use the mother language Chinese to share gospel.
但是我们也有翻译啊。
Of course, we have a translator.
所以在我们教会，任何人只要你听得懂中文、英文，你都可以来。
So in the church, if you understand Mandarin or English, you're welcome.
如果以后西班牙人来很多的话，我们再多一个西班牙语的翻译。
And later on, if there are Spanish-speaking people, we can invite a translator to
其
speak
实我以
Spanish.
前我在法国做宣教士的时候，就试过3语翻译。
When I was as a missionary in Paris, actually the sermon preaching has 3 languages.
中文、英文、法文一起翻译。
Chinese, English, and the French.
有一次我去参加法国人的浸信会的所有的牧师的大会，200多人在一个地方。
And one time I joined the conference with all the mission conference in Paris.
那个时候法语呢，我听得不太讲得不太好，我听得懂，但不会讲。
At the time, I can understand French, but I just cannot speak.
我在旁边突然间发现有一个瑞典牧师，
And then I found there's a pastor from Sweden.
哎呦，这一下我太高兴了，
And then I was very happy
因为挪威话和瑞典话互相是通的，
because Norwegian and Swedish are actually pretty close.
那我可以讲很流利的挪威语。
And I can speak a very fluent Norwegian.
所以等到我说话的时候呢，
So when I speak,
这个瑞典的牧师就帮我翻译成法语。
and the Sweden, the pastor just translated translate the French to me.
当中有一些从美国来的浸信会的牧师啊，
And at the time there's some American
所以又
pastor,
翻译成英文，
Baptist pastor, so
所以
they
非常奇妙
translate，to
挪威语
English.、
法语、英文。
So Norwegian, French, English.
亲爱的弟兄姐妹，
Dear brothers and sisters.
我们的家不分什么人，
So in our house, we just don't distinguish what kind of people.
只要你相信耶稣，
As long as you believe in God,
并不分你是中国人、美国人还是什么人。
and we don't mind what kind of people we are.
正如当时也是并不分犹太人还是希利尼人，
And just like time, they don't distinguish if either they're Greek or Jewish.
好，我们看最后一点，第4点，第一要为万人祝谢。
And the last one is to Thanksgiving be made for all people.
祝谢就是感谢的意思，
So to give Thanksgiving, that means to give thanks.
感谢好理解啊，
It's easy to understand
但是如
Thanksgiving,
果为万人来感谢，就有点令人费解了。
but it's hard to understand have a Thanksgiving made to all people.
为什么要为万人来祝谢
And
呢？
we have to have a Thanksgiving for all people.
我们看第6节，
Let's look at the verse
一起
6.
读一读吧。他舍自己来，1、2、3，他舍自己做万人的赎价，到了时候，这事必证。哎，你给我跑哪去了？前面。他舍自己，哎，好，他舍来这里，来1、2、3，他舍自己做万人的赎价，到了时候，这事必证明出来。保罗的意思是说，我们当为基督的舍己做万人的赎价而献上感谢。
So Paul said we have to give our Thanksgiving for Jesus Christ died on the cross and also be the ransom.
感谢是很容易的，
It's easy to give thanks.
我们往往就停在这里。
But many times we just stop at that point.
但是保罗的意思说，你必须往前走多一步，
But Paul said we have to step further.
因为基督的命是为万人舍的，
Because Jesus Christ died for all of us.
基督的赎价是为万人做的，
And the ransom is for all the people.
所以我们为万人献上感谢和祝谢，就变得理所应当了。
So therefore we should just give the thanksgiving for all people.
亲爱的弟兄姐妹，
Dear brothers and sisters,
耶稣基督为万人舍命，
Jesus Christ died for
他
all
是
of us.
甘为赎价。
And He's willing to be the ransom.
我们因为这个缘故，就为万人献上感恩，
And because of this, we have to give the thanksgiving
知
for
道吗？
all
这是
people.
我们的命定啊。
You know what? This is our decree from the Lord.
我们看第7节，
Let's look at verse 7.
要一起来读吧。我为此1、2、3，我为此奉派做传道的，做使徒，做外邦人的师傅，教导他们相信，学习真道。我说的是真话，并不是谎言。因着祝谢与感恩呢，
So because of that thanksgiving,
所以我们要去分享耶稣基督的所作所为。
and therefore we have to share what God did for us.
这是我们的生命的原因与目的。
So actually, this is the reason and the purpose of our life.
也因为这个缘故呢，
And because of this,
我们到了新的职堂教会
so we're
爱
going
灵教会，
to the planting church, Allen.
我们在那里有主任牧师，
Over there, there are senior pastors,
我们在那里呢，也会有宣教牧师和教育牧师，
mission pastor,
有青少年的
education
传道，有
pastors,
儿童事工负责人，
minister for the youth,
还有
and
音乐传道，
for children, and
这
the minister for
都是我
music.
们生命当中的命定。
This is all the decree in our life.
感谢主，不是单单为着得着耶稣基督而感谢，
And thank God, it's not just give thanksgiving because we have received Christ,
乃是要为了我们能够去传真理的道而感谢神。
and to thank Lord that we are able to share the gospel.
好，亲爱的弟兄姐妹，请问什么是你生命当中的第一呢？
So what is the priority in your life?
是为万人恳求吗？
Is it a petition to be made for all
是为
people,
万人祷告吗？
or the prayers for all people,
代求、
or intercession,
祝谢和感谢？
or the thanksgiving?
其实4个第一就是只有一个第一，
So actually, all four of this is just one
而且
priority,
是唯一的第一，
and that's the only priority.
就是凡事以耶稣基督的心为心，
That is have the same mindset as Jesus Christ,
时刻的尊主为大，
and always glorify the Lord,
一生让神居首位。
and let God be our Lord in our life.
我们一起祷告。
Let's pray.
天父，感谢你，
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you.
感谢你让我们在2月的第一个主日，我们有这样的敬拜。
And we thank you in advance that this worship in the first month of
我们深
February.
信是蒙你的悦纳，
And we trust that we are pleased with this.
因为你是我们的主，你
Because
是我们的
you're,
王。
because you're our Lord.
求主你在我们心中做主做王，
God, may you be our King of Kings,
让我们每一个人在你面前蒙恩纳福。
so we can receive your blessing.
祷告奉耶稣基督的名
And
求
we，pray in Jesus Christ's name.
阿门。
Amen.
我们唱回应诗歌，昨日今日直到永远。
Let's sing the response song.
来，来，大家起立。昨日今日直到永远，耶稣不改变。天地万物都要改变，耶稣不改变。荣耀归主名，荣耀归主名。天地万物都要改变，耶稣不改变。请坐。
Please be seated.
好，现在欢迎
So
的
with
时
the
间，
welcome time,
欢会能不能到后面去把那个签到本拿来？